Dobra, nie ma czasu, kurwa. Jeez, what's up? We good? Morning. Hey, wake the fuck up, yeah? 7 a.m. Time to live. No time to waste. Mio. Koks z wami, moimi koksami. Dzień dobry. What's up, Nuri? You good? Shit, what? Training today, no work at all? Just listening to the trainer 9-5? What the fuck? Training to, like, you mean like workout? Or do you mean like in work training kind of thing? Hey, unfollow! Unfollow TV, you still haven't unfollow. What's up, my man? You get me, koks z tobą, oczywiście. Dzień dobry, what's up? Ohayo gozaimasu, dozo! Okite kudasai, kurwa! Let's go! Big dig energy today, chat. We have lots of stuff, and I actually wasn't expecting it, but a big dig is happening today, and yeah, I got so much. Like, we have some Apogea news to go through, dude. Yeah, big stuff is coming your way. We have big brain thoughts on x.com to go through. We have videos to go. Jeez, I like. There's no way we can fit that all in 2 hours. You get me? Yeah. Training on how to effectively work with remote teams. Well, my number one point would be stop having meetings. Just do the work. And I really like the idea of radiating information. So instead of having to ask people for information, they try to radiate as much information as possible so you don't have to ask. It's there available when you need it. It's pretty powerful, actually. It's just lets you flip the coin. You get me? You know what I mean? Yeah. The real question is, what's my secret behind those luscious hair? Well, good genes. I got them from Uniqlo. You see what I did? Not funny? Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So no, dude, I straight up, I just have good shampoo. I have good hair conditioner, and that's about it. Yeah. Thank you for appreciating my hair. That means a lot. Now my self-esteem went up, and I feel good about it. Yeah, great. Thank you. How's your hair doing? Yeah. Bro, I just need to do it, so I'll get the 13th pay on... Nice, man. Holy fuck. Yeah, just fuck, that's it. Yeah. I mean, who would have skipped on the 13th salary, right? I heard the 13th salary is the thing in Netherlands, apparently. Like, this is quite common and almost expected. So you see here in the UK, there are companies that have their, like, end of the year bonus tied to the performance of the team, of the company, and it's just not given, right? It's just something that the team has to work towards, and most of the time by the end of the year, the company's board rag pulls anyway, right? They just say, yeah, no, you know what, you got this holiday coming up, it's expensive, let me just tell the workers they didn't meet the threshold for the 13th salary, okay? Guys, you suck a dick, okay? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, enjoy your holiday, mate. Yeah, absolutely. So that's pretty much what it looks like in the UK, and just the way it is. It's slowly but surely getting cooked, I think. It really is. Yeah, it's taking care of itself, isn't it? True. I do not like team effort pay. The company will always raise the barrier. I think the problem with team effort pay, and I don't know if unfollow can, like, I don't know the unfollow situation, but I know Niri's situation. Niri knows mine, and yeah, I guess it's an interesting conversation to have. And my problem with companies and the way they measure stuff is that they don't know how to measure things. So if they don't know how to measure things, how can they possibly set a threshold that's achievable, but challenging enough so that employees don't get, like, discouraged to try to get it, right? It's like they don't know how to measure safety, they don't know how to measure security, they don't know how to measure productivity, quality, they know nothing about it. Right? And then they will come in and say, we need to make 100 million a year. Let's go. That's it. Like, that's pretty much like what they do. And then they, you know, complain that people don't make it. Yeah. Excel warriors. What? Yeah. I mean, Excel warriors at least have numbers to go by, right? Yeah. Simple, they raise it every year and see when it starts to break. The bigger the company, the more stupid solutions they have. You're very right. Yeah, it's I think it's the virus in huge companies. But it's just literally due to the cycle of how company works, how it grows. You have different stages of a business depending on the revenue, and some companies get to the higher stages too soon without having proper structure in place, or some companies have been in a single stage for so long they kind of lost the momentum, and now they try to artificially project like the image of growing sustainable company. Like, there's so many problems with businesses, but hey, there are so many problems with humans, okay? And hence why. Yeah. Numbers go to go that has no meaning to the effectiveness of the team itself. Exactly. They just all kind of numbers from their asses, right? Like, literally from out of nowhere. Okay, oh, Unfollow says, speaking of companies, I have never seen a developer work so close with the community like Egg. Like Ed. Like, don't clip it. Like Ed, yeah. He doesn't have... Yeah, it's fine, it's Ed, not Egg. I don't know why I read it Egg. It's Ed, it's fine. So my partner, I'll tell you a little story. Like, the tiniest of all. Literally 2 sentences, probably, okay? We watched a few streams by Ed, in which he goes through talent systems and talks to the community. Even the Q&A he did with Akis. My partner was watching that with me, and she was like, huh, how refreshing. There is a developer that listens to feedback and then says, oh, that's interesting, let me write it down. You know? It was an observation from a person who is not invested in the game at all. She played Apogea for actually quite a long time for her standards, and she genuinely voluntarily wanted to play Apogea. I never asked, I never suggested. She was like, fuck, you know what, Thomas, I'm going to play Apogea. Okay, well, cool, enjoy. And while I edit YouTube videos, so that was my fate. But she was genuinely impressed by Ed's like way of being, way of communicating. Yeah, absolutely. And I do have something cooking up with Ed right now, and he reached out to me yesterday to have a live stream or a YouTube video together, and about the state of MMOs. It will be a very interesting conversation, I think. There is one video I uploaded to my YouTube channel, is how to fix MMOs, and he watched it, and apparently he resonates with that. My points in that video resonates with him quite a lot, and he reached out and said, Thomas, I would like to discuss this with you. And in the beginning I thought I was in trouble, you know, and then he said, like, I agree with those points, but we can elaborate. I'm like, okay, cool, let me look into it. So this is something that's probably brewing. We'll have like a live stream, maybe YouTube video, I don't know actually. How would you like, guys, how would you like to have this interview done, or this discussion? Would you like it live, or would you prefer like a short, concise YouTube video? Bomba! Around which time? I will read your longer message in a second. Let me just answer on the topic. Around which time, if it's live, I'll tune in. Well, the thing is, look, I'm not. I will tell you how it went. Okay, I sat on the toilet yesterday, 9 p.m., taking shit, and then there it comes a message from Ed. Hey, I want to discuss this with you, and he links my video. All I said, I was like, okay, sounds awesome. I'm about to go to bed. I will come back to you tomorrow with something more solid, okay? And today is tomorrow. I haven't looked into it yet. 7 fucking a.m., okay? So I don't really have any hours, but looking at my schedule and how things work with me, it would probably be weekend. Yeah. It most likely. I actually don't know, because evenings are a bit busy in my house. Like, I live in a flat, okay? And obviously I share the space with my partner and 2 cats. And in the evening when people come back from work, you can hear sound from other flats, and my partner wants to, you know, use the house for whatever she wants to use it, and cats are having fun because they are before their meal, so they're just running around and fucking around. So it's not necessarily the best environment to have an interview. And so probably weekend when things calm down, and yeah, I tend to perform better. You know what I mean? Yeah. By the way, your long message unfollow. I was in 2 of his latest streams and I got impressed by how friendly and available he is. How he changed in real time traits based on people. Exactly. Based on people talking with him. Yeah, exactly. This is precisely what Joanna noticed. Yeah. I was in his other stream, and Nirio, I don't think you follow Ed. The dude, look, imagine that. Dude went live and started drawing the talent tree in Paint, alongside 200 other people, or 100, whatever the people were on his stream. So he literally pulled up Paint, and you know, like you have Path of Exile type of talent tree. We have that in Apogea, just simplified. He was literally drawing, changing, moving things around, and talking with community how to build talent trees for characters. That's fucking awesome. Like, it's just so good. It's so refreshing. Like, literally, I will pull the word from Joanna's mouth. Like, literally, so refreshing. Yeah. The solid thing that came out was a doo-doo. It was actually quite clean and solid. Yeah, it was really nice. Thank you. I don't know how about you guys, but every time I take a shit, my heart rate goes up. I don't know. Like after I'm done and I get up and I walk out from the toilet, from the bathroom, I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. You know what I mean? Like, every time. And I asked Joanna, do you have the same? She looked at me, she's like, not really. Yeah. I don't know. It's just the way it is, you know what I mean? Are you fighting with it? Bro goes Super Saiyan in the toilet. Nah, dude, it's like, I mean, I do scream, but I don't think it has anything to do with it. Yeah. Oh! Shit! That's a good coffee, dude. Holy fuck. Wow. Freshly brewed V60, freshly ground, brand new beans, you get me? Fruit flavored. I mean, yeah, kind of thing. Actually, scream may raise your blood pee-pee. Okay. Pepe, not pee-pee. Okay. There you go. So maybe that's screaming, not the actual act of doing it. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Arigato gozaimasu. Dozo. Chat. So I posted this tweet the other day. And it kind of came from Apogea discussion that I had with Ed, and just on the back of everything that's been happening. I posted this, and this is actually the outcome of my thinking rather than the beginning of thinking. But I really think that we are like running in circles a bit now. So you know how in history, you have timeline, right? Big dick timeline, and then you have like history stages, and how things kind of go that way, right? You kind of like you have recession, you have going back to retro vibes, and the things cycle. Like we have innovation, but then we go back to the old ways, and things eventually just level up in the middle, right? Like we find the middle ground. Think about how Renaissance in history worked, right? It was literally the comeback of the like hope and reborn, kind of reborn stage, okay? And based on old trends after the bad medieval times and shit, right? So I feel like we're going through the same shit with games. Don't you think? We used to have great MMOs. Like, everyone is simping for those old times, right? Oh, everyone's like, oh, there were times, but now there's no times. You know what I mean? Like, it used to be good, but now it isn't. And we keep saying, like, World of Warcraft Classic was the shit. Oh, sorry, Vanilla. Classic is different being. Vanilla was the shit. Lineage 2 was the shit. Hellbreath was the shit. Oh, man, I played RuneScape as fuck, you know? Tibia, all of that. And then every new MMO that comes up is just doesn't necessarily scratch the itch. Do you guys notice that? And the only MMOs that I actually, like, genuinely liked were those based off the old school games. Those who kind of went back on the idea of what MMO is. They built something new on the foundation that was battle tested already. And we see here, I have a few examples, right? EverQuest, Pantheon, Tibia, Poggia, Maple Story, Souls Remnant, Albion, Warborn. I don't know if there are any other examples. I just, these are the games I literally played, so I can tell. But it's very interesting. Yeah, I believe we just simply don't know what next MMO is, how to keep people engaged, so we just fall back on things that worked. Yeah. Just my idea. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Oh, it's such a good coffee. Jeez, I'm gonna all of it. You get me? Yeah. It's just an idea that hit me. Like, I noticed my behavior. I know Neri is playing Foxhole like fucking crazy. This ain't a new game either, right? And now they're building Anvil Empires based on Foxhole, same people, because Foxhole has proven itself on the market, right? They're not trying to reinvent the wheel with Anvil Empires. They're just going for something that worked, and that makes total sense. Yeah. And follow, when do you think is Apogea coming back, by the way? Maybe I'll get a chance to ask Ed about this, but I don't want to pressure him too much because I know his stance on building a game, the game, is that when it's ready, it's ready. You know? So he probably might not know the answer to the question, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, other than that, I really don't have much on X. Most of the things I have to go through today is YouTube. We actually have some really good videos from the past couple of weeks that to go through. Really, yeah, so fucking good. Can't wait. Look at this. This is what awaits us in May. Like, pew, 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 pew. You get me. Big dig animations. Very good. This is gonna be awesome, man. Even if for a while, I don't know, we'll see. But hey, something that may have some kind of something that may bring hope to Dune being a good time sink is the fact that people who are developing it have experience in building MMOs. Now, those MMOs are not massive success, but I don't think there's like a correlation causation, you get me, thingy. I just genuinely think they missed the mark, they missed the timing, there were better games around. There's so many variables that could have decided if the game was popular or not. We'll see, but the good thing is that these people have been in the MMO industry for many years, dude. I remember playing their game when I was like 16 years old. So this could be good. And then they are backed by the franchise, which has its roots in books. And it has a huge like movement thanks to the movies. And so I think this is going to be a good title to dive in, to check out. And hopefully spend some time in. Like, we'll see. I mean, me and Joanna, we're definitely going in hard, really hard on this one. Like, we both love Dune so much. And we'll see how that goes. Are you guys excited about Dune Awakening? Are we? Yeah. I predicted April 3rd out of Copium. April 3rd. Do I have any date in here? Let me see. Apogea. I just have Q2, I guess. So yeah, that works with April. That makes sense. was a little casual. You get me? Yeah, it's good. So, yeah, pretty much that's pretty much it. There's something else I wanted to talk about. This is real. This isn't fake, by the way. We have capybaras living in the winter season, probably somewhere in Japan, and cats having spa session. Yeah, not AI at all, by the way. Yeah, all good. Right. So we have some videos to watch, and actually, I there's no way we can watch all of them, but we have a few, and I even don't know where to start. Honestly, like, okay. So before we dive into any videos, have you guys heard about any new upcoming MMOs? Is there anything on the plate that you're looking forward to that I might not know about? Is there any kind of development in terms of game being released, in terms of date announcements? Like, and bring it on, come on, unfollow. You live MMOs, come on, you have to have something, dude. Because what I have is this, right? I can go by the Steam list, and sure, I'll find some shit here. But yeah, I don't know if these games are of any interest at all. I know we have the unnamed game here, which, yeah, I mean, 1 second, shit. So yeah, I don't think this is. Where's my full screen? Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. This is something we want to play. Probably not. Nope. Nope. Yep. Unfortunately, I don't think so. Tenebrekun! Kok z tobą, człowieku? What's up, my man? You good, Tenebrekun? Jesus. So good to see you, dude. How's your morning so far? Not really. Dune is mostly it because I played lots of Conan. Conan Exile or Age of Conan? Because I only played Age of Conan. And I've seen a friend play in beta or test. It seems alright, but Dune's combat looks a bit junky. Well, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I've heard about the combat quite a lot. And I hope they fix it. The thing is that I don't know what junky means, right? Like, junky... So... It's all about how you feel it, right? And how do you put feel into... Like, how do you make feeling objective? You really can't, right? So, it really depends. I wouldn't worry as much for now. The test was the test, and the game had... before the release, right? The game will have probably about 4 or 5 months. Because I think they did the test in about... In December, I think. Or early Jan. And so, it will have a few months to... I don't know, tune whatever the feedback was. And then see how that ends. The thing is, I don't really... I guess I don't really like combat where you shoot. Shooting combat systems. I always avoid guns in games. I'm more of a fantasy, medieval kind of person. And so Dune will be an exception to me. There's probably a reason why I played Once Human either. It's just because the game is all about like weird shit where you shoot. I don't vibe with it, you know? So hopefully Dune will surprise me in a good way. And the reason why I'm considering Dune is literally because I know the franchise and I really like it. It's that the theme about it is what makes it attractive to me. And I will like, if combat is shit, I probably won't even know because I don't have much experience with this type of combat. You played Conan Exile. I haven't played Conan Exile at all. To be honest, I don't even know what is... Yeah. Oh, it's 90% off on Steam. Holy shit. Okay, where's the game? There's no way this game looked like this. This is some kind of... No way, dude. Really? Because this looks really good. Tenebre, we good. How is everyone else? Dude, I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, I'm feeling well. I just woke up full of energy, full of big dicks, and took a shit, made a cup of coffee. I actually dressed the bed. It's very nice, very beautiful. Now a cat is sleeping on the bed, and I put the humidifier on. I put the air purifier on. I'm safe now, and I'm just sitting and fucking around with the boys. So I'm glad to have you here. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah. It's a good game and it does look pretty nice. It's a lot of... look, I mean, it's mostly positive, right? It has to be... Is there like some kind of pay to win into this? Is there like some kind of shop to it? Like, how is the monetization of that game looking? Tell me. Because I might just buy it and play it. Yeah. We good, cuh. Yeah, boy. Zero pay to win, full cosmetics. All right, that's nice. Can you buy gold with real cash? Even if it's through some kind of tokens or whatever. Like, you know, in World of Warcraft, you can buy a WoW token and then sell it for gold. So you can literally buy gold with real money. So is there a thing like this in the game here as well? Ryukun! Cockstone Shrivik, what's up, my man? You get me. I saw you play a new game yesterday. It was an MMO. It was an online game even though. How was it, dude? The thing is, you should see Conan Exile as medieval Rust with fantasy, story, and progression. Alright, who else played this? Let me pause the music. Beautiful music. I love that fucking music. But let's see this.
I did not understand why you helped me. But now, I see. You are a leader. Where you build, people flock. And yet, I see only ruin. Vengeance calls me. I shall answer.
Oh, shit. Some Viking shit. Yeah. Let's go! Oh, I love the style of it. Holy fuck. Wow.
Fate shall know my name. I am Freya.
Freya the Chan.
Of the Aesir.
Okay. Fuck.
Even the strong.
It's actually very interesting. Just stop it. It's actually very interesting because it says here the game is single player. How can you have... Oh, because this is an MMO, bro. All right. It's like, it's a call. Okay, dude, now I get it. Yeah. All right. It ain't MMO. That makes sense. Actually, you know what? I don't know. How long is the game? Wait a second. Game's length. Let's check it out. How long to beat? Conan of Exile. Conan Exiles. Sorry, I literally missed. I mixed two games. Fuck. Conan Exiles. $40 hours. Wait, you get 40 hours of entertainment for £3? That's a good deal, I would say. I don't know, I would say so, right? Yeah. Kingdom Come Deliverance, it was really good game, but to be fair, I was having fun. I'm glad to hear that. Like, what did you think of the combat? Because in Kingdom Come Deliverance, I know near you... why did I accent this so weirdly? Near you. Near you. Yeah, just near you. Yeah, sorry, my English is just warming up, dude. So, near you, I know he complained about combat system in 1 and in the first version. And then another guy from my chat, Zeotran, the big dig boy, the Tibia fan, okay? He quit the game because of the combat system in version 1. Whereas he played through the whole thing in the second edition. Yeah. So Dune is different, even though it has many of Conan's system. In Dune, it seems like they're going for more MMO. I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't vibe with single players much. I haven't thought about it exactly why. On the high level, my first idea why I don't play single players is that I don't really have that point of reference, which are other players. I like to come into the world that's living without me, I think. And so see other players having great swords, which I also want to have. And yeah, I don't know. I can imagine myself playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because it almost feels like a movie. So I could make an exception. But for example, I tried to play Dragon's Dogma 1 and or either Witcher 3 and all of, I really played those games and I haven't made it. Like, I just play. I really love the combat system. I really love the statistics and RPG element to it. I love dialogues. All of that is great. But it's like... Alda 4. There you go. Yeah. How are you today? Thank you. I'm really good, dude. Yeah, I just said I'm just enjoying my freshly ground cup of coffee. Really, really delicious. It's going cold, so I need to drink it. I talk a lot. But I'm doing great. I have a busy day today. Later, I have to code editable logo strip on a client's website, and so clients can literally go into the backend of the website and replace images in the logo. You know how, when you go on a website and they're like infinite carousels of logos going, like partners for the company or whatever. I'm coding that to be editable, essentially. And also I have a growth mentor session because I'm mentoring entrepreneurs and marketers on how to strategize their websites. So I have one call later today, and I am editing videos later in the evening as well. Yeah, so this is a busy day. You can only play single player or choose the server. That's why I say it's like Rust. Yeah, I totally see that. No, I really appreciate it. To be honest, look, you know what? I'll add it to my wish list, add to the card. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, £3 sounds like a bargain. You can actually have entire pack for £12, like all of it. But I'm not gonna buy all of it because I don't even know if I like the standard edition, right? So yeah, this was a good shout out, dude. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Chad, by the way, from okay, let me actually I will switch topic for a second, but let me go through the chat. My first approach with the game was going into an official server, join a clan and have a blast with sieges and PvP. This sounds a bit like what PAX Day is trying to do, right? They have those servers. Oh, actually, wait, no. PAX Day is now launching always on servers, so this won't be a case anymore. So that ignore me. That was a bad comparison. They used to be like server based, but they're no longer. Yeah, the combat is very weird. I feel like I'm getting beat up quite easily, but it's so story rich. Sounds like a lot of work. Okay, that's a different topic. Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, which we are talking about, chat. I don't know how you guys feel about the combat. I know some of you played it, but I haven't, so I don't really know. All I hear about is that combat in 1 is rough, and then they iterated on that combat system in in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, in which the combat is completely like bearable and acceptable and something you can get used to. Yeah, sounds like a lot of work, but should be fun. Yeah, definitely. The day is full. What about you, dude? Yeah. Unfollow. I read this at the beginning. I mostly like you, and I was like, fuck. Okay, what did I do again? Why is it mostly? And then after the comma, I don't play single player games. I'm like, what? Oh, I am mostly like you. Okay, you see, I had like, yeah, I was like, what the fuck? That'd be a weird comment. I mostly like you. Yeah, that'd be weird. I don't play single player games nowadays, much of at all. Yeah, I mean, if you look at my screen, this is a big dig. Yeah, if you focus here, MMO, I guess online game, mobile, but to be honest, I don't play League of Legends. I haven't played League of Legends for like 10 years. Let me move it to the center, by the way. Yeah, I haven't played League of Legends for probably 10 years now. Yeah, I don't. I just have the. I really like their roguelike game inside the Swarm, so I played that for a while. But we have MMO, 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 MMO. Yeah, so that's pretty much. That's pretty much. I played this with friends, which is also an online game. This is, I guess, single player. This is single player. I don't play those anymore. I maxed out Vampire Survivors entirely. I don't play any other games. Yeah. Corepunk is MMO too, right? By the way, chat. So I didn't. I don't think I said. Developer of this game reached out to me. Yeah, he reached out to me because of the. Of this. Where is the? Where's my? Where is my browser? Where's the window? I can't. Let me try. Oh, okay, we got a new one. Okay. There we go. We got a new one. It's good. Okay. So, what was that? Okay, yes. So the developer reached out because of this. He saw the spreadsheet. I don't know how he found the spreadsheet. It could have been through Lazy Peon's Discord because I posted that there. And probably most people watch Lazy Peon's videos about MMOs, whether they build games or not. And he just reached out to say that's awesome, and he helped me with the copium date a bit. Yeah. So imagine that the guy literally. So the story behind this is the game failed, right? Like initially, whoever was building that game couldn't really make it work for whatever reason. Old times, okay. And the guy who owns this right now is a solo dev on this project. And what happened is he sold his e-commerce company and bought the game with those funds. He literally, yeah. He sold a company to get this. And now he's just building it himself. He probably have some kind of, you know, artist for that and that. Like, obviously, like, he most likely uses some kind of freelancers, contractors. But yeah, he literally bought entire fucking game that failed. And he's now bringing that to people. So, I had this game on my desktop for a while. Ethereal Echoes of Yore. Because this game is very close. Now, unfollow, listen to me. This game is very close to Apogea, apparently. In terms of, like, the way it feels and look. Maybe not looks, because style is very unique to Apogea. But the way it, like, plays, right? I tried the game, but he only has US server. Is that a problem? Like, I mostly play US servers and never have any issues with that. To be honest, look. I am on the verge of actually playing US servers when Apogea comes out. I'm not I don't know. I'm like on the fence. Yeah. So I was obviously I'm considering Europe, but US has the appeal to me of English in the chat. You know what I mean? Everyone speaks English in the chat, and I know this sounds like a little like a nuance, right? Like a little problem. But when you try to be part of the community, when you try to be part of the game, and kind of like have that connection with other people, Russian alphabet doesn't help. Okay? It really doesn't. And when you try to find a group of people to play with, and everyone is fucking, I don't know, like any country, you just pick country, well, like whatever, and they create their own cliques, their own groups that you don't have access to. It just feels like the world is fragmented. And whenever I play US servers, this just doesn't exist. It doesn't. People may be toxic, whatever, but they speak the same language. And that's a huge, huge difference. Yeah. Oh, by the way, unfollow. I read about the bromance. All good. All good, dude. You have to show me your hair. Yeah. Wait, are we? Wait, no, no, no. Because Twitch is going to ban this. They're gonna put it down as a fetish. Let's not do that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, thank you. I just appreciate compliment, but send me photos later, okay? All right, we're good. We're good, chat. Yeah. Latency can be a problem with combat for some people. I agree. Sure. Yes. I 100% agree. But I have this weird feeling that it's not down to the distance, but it's down to the shitty development. Dude, we live in the world that's never been connected to that extent. Like, literally, we are so connected, we almost can't be connected anymore. You know what I mean? The internet speeds, the globalization of stuff is so strong. It almost feels... Dude, we have internet from the outer space right now. It feels silly to blame latency on the distance to a server. It just doesn't feel right. If anything, while I oppose entirely, I am completely against IRL globalization. Okay. Like, I don't like the idea of a world becoming one huge village. I don't like that. I think in games, because we're talking about digital world where, like, we just play. It's a game, okay? Right? We see the distinction between real world and game world. Okay, so I think we would, as a community, MMO community, we would greatly benefit if all games had just one fucking server. The server is up anyway, all the time. So we could just have, like, you know, now we have one server, and at that time of the day, Europeans hop in, then I don't know, people from Asia hop in, and then we have people from Australia and Japan, and then we have US people coming over. The circulation, the game is always alive. Like, I don't see a reason why we always have this fucking split. Like, this is German servers, this is French servers, this is North America servers, this is South America servers. Dude, just make one server. Literally. Yeah. For me, yeah, because movement was delayed with the mouse. I don't know if WASD was better, but I didn't try. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think you should be experiencing that problem in 2025. I really don't think so. You better make a squad or guild in Apogea. I want to join a big dick group. Dude, you're already a part of big dick group. Yeah, just by being here, your dick grows 1 millimeter a year. Okay? You know how they say when person dies, their ear keep growing, or their nose keeps growing? Well, with us, that kind of buff applies to a dick. Yeah. So as you lay down dead, your dick grows, and eventually it opens the coffin and pokes through the ground. Yeah, it's just the way it is. And then, yeah, that's the symbol of my community. Ever-growing dicks. Including women. Everyone gets a dick. And the best part is, we don't judge. No matter how big your dick is, as long as it keeps growing, you're good. There you go. See? We're a very inclusive community. Yeah. Tell that to North Korea. They closed borders again. Yeah, I know. I know they did. Yeah, I actually watched the documentary from Mike OK about North Korea. Literally, he was the first foreigner let into the country after 5 years from COVID, like the shutdown. And he just fucked around in the North Korea, all good, right? He saw things. And the minute he left country, they shut down borders again. That's it. Yeah. I like his documentary. It's very enlightening, and it was intriguing enough for me to actually considering buying books on North Korea. Like, genuinely. I find that kind of self-reliance mindset extremely interesting. Because I appreciate being self-reliant IRL, like here in the Western world. You know, you build a house, you have your own farm, your own cattle, you produce your own energy, you filter the water, right? Like you're self-sufficient. Okay, I get it. To an extent, yeah, like you will always need someone's help, like barber, right? Like you have your haircut, right? Or if not that, then there will be something else, like whatever. You always need some kind of people around you. But North Korea, they take it to such extent, it's almost unbelievable. Like literally, there's like they do everything themselves. Fucking no, based on what Mike showed me, nothing goes to waste. Everything is in a circular economy. I'm not even kidding. At some point in the video, he shows people from, you know, you have block of flats. You guys live in apartments, perhaps, right? Or you at least know how apartments work. People take shit in apartments, and whatever comes out gets collected down outside, and that gets taken into the farm field to use to grow vegetables, right? Like, nothing goes to waste in North Korea. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Too many streamers went full Badonkan there. I actually don't think there were this many people in North Korea when they opened the borders just a few months ago. It was like literally just a bunch of people. That's it, like 5 maybe. Should go on the banners. The coffin lid being opened by Rod. Jesus. I think I could make this work. We could have a pixel art animated in the bottom left corner, where the dick is slowly, you know, poking a hole and shit. Like, the more people follow, the more people chat, the more active the stream is, the dick grows. And when it reaches a peak, something happens. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what Twitch would think about that. That could go wrong. But chat, we do have a game coming up, Sealed Gate. Did you hear about that? Look, the playtest is literally coming out tomorrow. Are you guys gonna try that? Because to me, this game looks fucking amazing. I love pixel art so much. Look. There is this game on Apple Arcade, Japanese Rural Life. There you go. You got this, right? You have no idea how much I've played this game. Me and my partner. It's so fucking good. Like, honestly, all you do... So the idea is, you are this little bitch, and you got nothing. You rent out this abandoned house in Japanese countryside, and you have to take care of all of it. Like, so here, you have this screenshot. Everything on this in here, including grass patches, everything is built by the player. So when you get the house, the only thing you worry is about the landlord coming every month and collecting rent. Everything else is built by you. You have to repair door, windows, roof, put this pond, like everything, and then you have to go for groceries. Yeah, it's just you have to help locals. Crazy game, really, really addicting, and this game reminds me of it so much. Just the vibes of it. I don't think the game style is about... gameplay is about that. I don't think you're, like, fixing villages and shit. It's like a proper MMO, right? I don't know. I like that. It really... Yeah. I didn't know about it. I might try out. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I get it on wishlist, and the minute it comes out... We might actually play that on the weekend. Why the hell not? We'll see how that goes. Not sure if I'll try it or not. Stardew Valley. Yeah, with games like... I don't know what Turtle Games... Who Turtle Games are, and and what they stand for, and I don't even know, to be honest, what the game is about that much. But look, I always say, when you play enough MMOs, all MMOs feel the same. So based on that assumption, I have certain expectations about the gameplay, right? And then the only thing I'm hoping is I'm gonna get surprised by the creativity of the developer. They don't have a trailer. Actually, you know what? You have a very very good idea, my friend. Let me see. Let's put something up. And by the way, chat, I have people accusing me of addiction, and it's because of Ryu. I'm not fucking kidding. Look, we're gonna look into the game, but I just remembered about this. 1 second. I have people accusing me. Look. So this is the short I uploaded. It's like 15 seconds. Let's have a watch. You're just addicted to playing new games? No. The reason why I am deliberately subjecting myself to such a torture is the fact that I still want a game that makes me feel like World of Warcraft did in 2004. And I haven't found one yet.
Subscribe.
Okay? You're just addicted. This is the initiator. This is the person who made people diagnose me with addiction. Look, I'm gonna go to comments. Look. Dude, that is an addiction by definition. Now we have psychologists in the chat, okay? The first step is admitting you have a problem. Next one. Yeah, that's addiction. Is what you're describing. That's not addiction. Burp on the... I've actually included a couple of coughs in my shorts. No one commented on it, so they must like it, I guess. Yeah. And this guy is saying you're chasing a height that doesn't exist. You could have played WoW Classic, but I didn't do it, I suppose. As you get older, you realize that video games, while fun, simulate growth as a person and as an adult. You need actual growth to really feel good for a fleeting moment. I don't know why those people come in. Maybe they are projecting. But I don't know why those people come in and assume that I am unhappy about my life, and I try to find that outlet in games. Hence, I keep chasing the hype. Like, I don't know why is it so difficult to understand. I feel like this comment is literally talking to himself. Yeah. I am happy the way I am. I am playing games, Flash News, because I like it. I genuinely like having fun in games. And yes, World of Warcraft made me happy for probably different reasons, because I was in different stage of my life. And also, you have to keep in mind the times in which World of Warcraft was popular. We had different expectations, different understanding of what the game is like. I still had fun. And I'm looking for a game that's fun. And frankly, the reason why... probably the reason why Ryu commented that in the chat and why we had this short discussion while playing Apogea is because Apogea really takes a lot of checkboxes for me that I didn't even know I needed to check, you know? But those people think I'm fucking addicted. I don't know. Look, define addicted. Look, define addicted, okay? Let's go. So physically and mentally dependent on particular substance. So they literally imply that if I don't play games, I experience withdrawal symptoms and I die. This is the YouTube commenter mindset. Okay? Like, maybe informal definition is closer to what I mean. Being kind of devoted, but having fun and satisfaction. Like, what's the difference between playing a guitar and playing a video game? I don't know. They both fun. They both hobbies. They both entertainment. I really don't see a difference. But they come in and shit on me. What for? What did I do? You know what I mean? So, Rio, thank you for being the initiator of this discussion. I appreciate it. I got plenty of those coming up, actually. Yeah, if you go to If you go to the back end of my YouTube channel, I got 4 more scheduled. They're not prepared. I launch them every day manually because I want to make sure. You know, I kind of like I find the moment. It's weird, but leave it to me, okay? Look, by the way, those Apogea shorts. Look, so these are my shorts about Quinfall and Ashes of Creation, right? Look at the numbers. Okay? You see the numbers? Now go Apogea. 6K. I mean, 5.5, 4.5, close to 1K, 1,700, 650. This is the one that I didn't necessarily nail the title for, which I think algorithm had a problem to promote. But you can see by the number of likes to the ratio of likes to views is crazy. And then we have this one again, 1,600. It literally like it goes from triple to 10 of the standard viewership on my channel. Crazy. Apogea community is so fucking awesome, dude. I love them. Yeah. Really good. So we were supposed to look at shit, right? I think the implication some have is games can be harmful while playing the guitar isn't. I think I don't think so. Because even if you play guitar excessively, you ignore your responsibilities and you ignore your accountability to your other commitments. I think both can be equally disturbing and harmful to people around you. Like, imagine being addicted to playing guitar. Like, okay, how many musicians you know, if any, I don't know, I know some, that are completely irresponsible, that they don't know how to handle money, they don't know how to handle life, they have parasocial relationship with their girlfriends, they don't know shit about it. It's because they play music and that's all they know. And they don't, like, how many musicians die because of overdose? Because they can't handle reality. Right? I think it's really similar to, like, it can be applied to pretty much anything. Yeah. Like, my grandma always thought games would make me go blind or violent. She was right about one of them. Are you saying you're typing all of that being blind? Can you teach me? Because I am expecting myself to go blind one day. I really do. And it's not because of the computer. It's because of the state of my eyeballs. Yeah. I honestly, like, yeah. Unless I get Neuralink at some point, I might be blind when I get older. So teach me how to have such a great conversation with a person online, but without seeing. Please tell me how are you making it happen, dude? Training starts in 4 minutes. Gonna stay lurking, but burp. Hey, cough stubborn, cough cocks. Very similar. Chat. So this Sealgate, right? What do we have? Big dig numbers. Let's go. Let's take a look. This is the gameplay apparently. Okay, this is pretty typical. Hey, he's naked. What the hell? Oh! Fuck him up. Let's go. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I expected anything else. Armor in RPGs be like what? This reminds me. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. You're gonna love that. Armor logic in video games? No, that's too long. 1 second. Yeah, this one.
Hello and skip. There's a drag skip. The cat skip. 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 Here is your skip.
What is this low-level trash? The breastplate of Argon.
Wait.
I'm level 120.
Oh, maybe that's it. I haven't seen this one actually. It's a different one. Yeah, this is basically, this is a follow-up to one of their shorts where literally she watches this guy. Wait, maybe I can find that once again. No, this is not the one. Once again, I'm gonna find it. I'm fine. There needs to be a short about it. Is this the one? Yeah, I think this is the one.
Thank you, hero.
Yes.
You've saved our town. I can offer you the breastplate of Argon or the staff of Netherwind.
Breastplate.
Here you go, hero, and thanks again. We appreciate you. Hello, adventurer. Thank you for saving our town. I can offer you the breastplate of Argo or the staff of Netherwind.
Breastplate.
The staff of Netherwind.
Breastplate.
The
Yeah.
The breastplate's got the same hit points as.
Why don't you try it on now?
What?
Yeah, so this is what they are. It reminded me so much about this. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I type with my donger. He knows where to go, but yeah, Poggia clears the game, sadly. It probably does. It probably does. But I like to think that every game experience teaches me something about what I like or what I don't like. But also it gives me an opportunity to kind of like give back to the community by providing feedback about what I like and what I dislike about the game. So every developer has a chance to like improve the game. Maybe I don't know. I just want to be part of the discussion. That's it. And playing those small indie MMO games, I think it helped that a bit. I was okay with the new armor. Yeah, I wasn't complaining either, to be honest. It was all good. Chat, I have many videos to watch. And actually, some of them are super interesting. I probably don't want to dive into 3 months surviving hardcore classic WoW. The game is prison, yeah. But there are interesting videos like are MMOs dying? I have so much to say about this fucking shit. Like, dude, we can be talking for an hour. And we have a guy who recommends MMOs. I am very careful about MMO recommendations. And we have MMOs that are absolute scams. And we have the state of MMOs in 2025, which I guess refers a bit to my discussion with Ed that's coming up, right? It's quite similar. So I don't know which one I wanna go through. This one is also I forced myself to play the most controversial MMO, but I don't know what Bless Unleashed is actually. Let me see. Bless Unleashed MMO. Let's take a look. I don't know what that is. Oh, it doesn't have a good score. Okay, let's take a look. I haven't heard about this. Okay, that's a big boy. He's mad, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, I've seen it all. I don't know if you were keeping an eye out for Blue Protocol, but apparently it died in its home region, but it didn't read if it's ever coming to us or not. I think Blue Protocol is being republished, right? I'm 100% sure, like MMORPG. Let me see, MMORPG news, Blue Protocol. I'm like 100% sure this was. Yeah. One second. So this is old news. Yeah, there you go. See? Yeah. So Star Resonance, an upcoming spin-off to the cancelled MMOs, is officially gearing up for another test incredibly soon. So Blue Protocol is back from the dead, kind of. Western release was cancelled at the same time. Another game set within the same IP is gearing up for the... Okay, so I guess it is kind of, because it's not the same game, but it uses the same IP. Yeah, so... Yeah, so you're right, it died, but it's coming back reincarnated. Yeah. I haven't played it, I haven't looked into it, to be honest. Not much. Maybe apart from the fact that I heard about that game from Asmongold here and there. That's it. Going back to this Bless Unleashed, this game looks from like 2008, to be honest. Like the graphic, all of that. Let's see again. Oh, so they just show bosses here. Okay. So is this game all about bosses? Is it like Fellowship? Nah, this doesn't look good. But maybe it plays. I don't know. What was the appeal to it? Okay, so that's marketing crap. This game is still getting updates. I will admit I did have a lot of fun when this game came out. If you want to try this for yourself, go ahead, get your own opinion. Overall, good and immersive combat, pretty environments, and unique enemies. I don't know about that, but bad gear upgrade system, bland and uninvesting story, which is typical for MMO. Felt very pay to win or pay to be good. Leveling felt exhausting. Yeah, probably tons of grinding systems. Instead of quest and lore, which makes sense. I mean, somehow you have to level up the character, and if the lore and quests aren't there, what's left, right? Like, you just go and grind the shit out of it. That's pretty much... Yeah, so this is the video that the guy... I wonder why this game is so controversial. I really do. Anyway, I think I want to hear about the state of MMOs. I feel like I'm going to have a lot to say about this.
Genre, dead.
1 second. You guys ready?
Is the MMO genre dead? Dying? To be blunt, not popular anymore. It feels like lately when people talk about MMOs, it's never in a positive light. It's always talking about...
The reason why people never put MMOs in the positive light is because when you put MMO in a positive light, no one watches it. Like, people would... So what would you rather have? 1,000 views? Or 10,000 views on a video. And we're talking about... Look, we're talking about much higher numbers here, right? So if you ask the Matt Season Show if he'd rather have 10k views versus 300k views, what do you think he says? I mean, it's the oldest trick in marketing. When you are negative, people are more likely to read, watch, consume your content. So it's better to complain and bring up the dirt than actually say something positive. So if you look at my video, let's say the one Ed referenced to me in the Discord message, how to fix MMOs, right? This is a quite positive, constructive, feedback-like video. It's not like it didn't really reach far distance. But when I say shit about Corepunk, people immediately watch and jump at my throat. You know what I mean? Or when I called Guild Wars 2 pay to win. People loved watching that and hating on me. Oh! But when I say how great Guild Wars 2 is, 10 views. It's just the way it is. So I would take this with a pinch of salt. You know what I mean? Hey, ohayo gozaimasu! Shipmaster-kun, what's up? You good? I'm gonna go touch grass now, see a Bybsie, and chat. Hey, unfollow. Salute! Ja, mata ne. Tsugi no streamu de aimashou. Hai, dozo! Grass, man. Yeah, what the fuck? Do you have plenty of it in Minecraft? What the fuck you doing? Yeah. The online world is full of keyboard warriors, that's why. I think we're just psychologically wired to fall for negativity, right? I mean, you can literally extrapolate that point of view to extreme of how we react to a terror, right? There's just literally, there will be one terror attack and now we deem entire city unsafe. Like one spoiled apple wrecks the entire bunch. And that's how it works. We've always been that way.
About why this MMO is bad, why this one is
Hey, Shipmaster-kun, by the way, I've seen you shaved. What the fuck?
dead, and the fact that nothing good is being released anytime soon.
I don't
And
think
as
that's
much
true.
As I hate to be a Debbie Downer, I feel like there's some truth in this. More MMOs have closed down in the past 10 years than actually been published.
I will tell you why that is. Okay, let's take a look at titles, okay? So, left-hand side, there we go. Wildstar, Terra, Rift, Warhammer, Gloria Victus, Crowfall, Archage, Chimera Land, Eternal Magic, Bless Online. There was even Dragon's Dogma Online, I didn't know. So, I will tell you why this game closed, why they shut down. Is because they either had extreme pay to win and people don't like that. They were just basically shit games. We all know that MMORPGs are tough to make and people probably believe in themselves a bit too much without being realistic. Or, for example, like Archage, they are bringing out the second game, right? Archage 2. So it makes sense they killed it. So it's not... I don't think the closing down correlation is directly tied to bad state of MMO market or lack of demand for a good MMO. Actually, there is demand for good MMO, but none of them are. Yeah, I'm going to edit a shaving video tomorrow. Ping it over when it's done.
Even when a MMO does come out,
yeah.
the numbers, the population, the player numbers rapidly decline just after a month. In 2024,
because the games is shit.
RPGs to be released were Throne of Liberty and Tarisland. Raise your hand if you're still playing either of them. So
if anyone played Tarisland, I played Tarisland. So who can guess how long I played Tarisland? Come on, people in the chat. Guess how long I've played Tarisland before I made up my mind. Yep. It's a Chinese MMO, by the way. 12 minutes, 15 hours. Actually, Ryu is very close. About 10 minutes. Yeah. Dude, you log in and you immediately know it's shit. No, straight up. Like, the first 10 minutes, they put you through some kind of combat, some kind of system, some kind of talents, whatever, right? You know it's crap. You just know it's a shit game. So no wonder people don't play it. Throne and Liberty. They are their own worst enemy. They have such a heavy pay-to-win mechanics, and the endgame loop is so bad for non-hardcore players, which the majority isn't. It's just literally those games are just badly designed products, dude. It's not that. So I guess by extension that means the state of MMOs is bad. I get it, but it's still self-inflicted issue. We just make bad games.
Land. Raise your hand if you're still playing either of them.
No, I'm not.
So is the
Fuck
future of MMOs bleak? Is it washed up as a genre? Part of the problem is developers spend 10 years making a massively multiplayer online game just for it to flop on release. However, the latest craze when it comes to the genre is releasing in early access. And it's a win-win situation. For developers, they get to release a unfinished game which they can then charge money for, all within a span of a few years, whilst also gathering feedback and suggestions
The
on how
day
to improve
before,
the game,
Jesus.
so their title can be the best title it can be on launch and make even more money. And from a player perspective,
So the day before was literal scam, right? Like the game was scam. And I don't use that word because I know what it means. In this case, I mean it. Like the day before is probably the most extreme example you could have pulled out in this moment of the video, and it makes sense because he's trying to make a point, right? Yeah, the day before was just a pure scam. But I don't really see and I don't have any issues with early access. I know how software development works, and I know how actually valuable those tests are to those games. I think the problem is that developers either bite off more than they can chew. They are being overly confident in their abilities or in their game, and they release a game that is straight up not ready for even a test. They jump the gun. And that's where the problem is. There's no law that says this is what the game needs to be. These are the standards before it can be called early access and launched on Steam, right? This is all extremely subjective. So you get developers of like Quinfall who put out the game that is, what would you guys say, like 50% done? 30% done? It's just so unfinished. It's almost painful, right? It had all those issues, but they called it early access, just like, let me think. I guess just like Apogea, or maybe Apogea wasn't even in early access. They just did the Apogea is almost ready. Let me think. Pantheon. I think Pantheon is a great example. Pantheon feels more like 80% done, right? But at the end of the day, it's up to developer whether they call it alpha, beta, early access, or full release. Like, it's all gray area. And some people will take advantage of it to get money, and some people will be genuine and they will wait until the game is actually a wholesome experience for the player, even if it's still in the testing stage. Now, from the business perspective, I really appreciate that. I understand that. I have no issue. For as long as the game is behind the closed doors, it has zero value to the company. You have to have product in front of live audience to get value from your investment. That makes sense. So there's like confluence of different desires, needs, and points in the stage of development of a product that kind of decide where the early access is, and some people just do it too early.
you get to play a unfinished game early. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, and you get to bitch and complain about the game being a
Ashes.
buggy, glitchy mess, and hope that they actually make the changes that you suggested, which they're probably not going to do because they have your money now. But let's not be too cynical here.
Yeah.
There has been some good early access titles, and generally some that I'm actually looking forward to playing.
Stars Reach.
So in this video, I want to do a rundown of some of the early access titles you can play in 2025, and whether they're worth playing or not. And whilst we're at it, let's take a look at some future MMOs that might just save the genre, although it's bloody not likely. So if you enjoy talking about things that are dead and irrelevant, then you might also enjoy my YouTube channel,
Dead and relevant,
which is
okay.
also pretty dead and irrelevant.
Oh, come on, dude. Don't sell yourself short.
Please
You're
like
good.
and subscribe.
You're good.
I'm desperate.
Yeah.
So without further delay, let's take
Pantheon.
a look at some early access MMOs.
I know all
that
those
you can
fucking
play
games, dude.
in 2025, and whether they're actually worth your time, and most
Pantheon.
importantly, money.
Pantheon. Pantheon.
Queenfall.
What a surprise he brings that up. Like, real Shipmaster, look, I just used the game as an example. It's such an obvious example, like, of the game being... So when Asmongold played it, he rated 2 out of 10, right? The score of the game was literally, it is what it is out of 10. And releases like this, even despite the game having really, like, potential and shit, like, it was fun for what it was when it worked. But it felt rushed. It really did, and that doesn't put the company in good faith of the audience, right? They will be now from now on. The trust is eroded, and people won't be as easy to trust the developer as they would have been had the developer waited just a little bit.
Is calling you. Prepare yourself for thrilling, breathtaking sandbox MMORPG adventure in a West.
By the way, this whole thing is narrated by AI, okay? You can hear the accent, you can hear like intonation. It's half of this game is AI built, okay? I'm not saying this like takes away from the quality of the game, but I'm just saying if you're like sensitive to this game isn't for you. There's so much AI in there. You won't even believe.
Living world spanning 2,016 kilometers square.
I think the dodgy AI voiceover pretty much sums up
Yep.
everything you need
There
to
you
know
go.
about.
Yep.
Queenfall.
But
Yep.
just in case you have been living under a rock, let me tell you a bit more about the Queenfall and the epic.
MMORPG adventure.
The Queenfall is so popular that it doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. Also, notice that I'm using my own game footage and not just a trailer, because I actually got to play this half-cooked monstrosity which is trying to be some Black Desert Online clone. The initial trailer, which released a couple years ago now, promised a open-world sandbox social MMO RPG using the latest and greatest UE5 tech.
So the thing is, this game actually looks good. Like if you think about, if you take a minute to, like if you leave the keyboard away, like just drop the keyboard, drop the mouse, and look at the game. It looks really pretty. I do have a few shorts, and we did drool over the landscape and the way cities are, I guess. It's really pretty. I even compared it to New World. They are onto something, right? It's just the underlying like tech, the systems is just shit. The developers are good at talking to the community, but they push the release too much. I think so. Look, so I know we don't care, okay? We don't give a fuck. I know. We are consumers. We want good games. We're not here for empathy towards developers, okay? It's them trying to sell us something. It's not us. It's us choking on a dick, okay? So let's be real. So from the developer's perspective for a second, let's have this little thought exercise, right? Maybe Shipmaster can chip in too. And so let's have this thought exercise. If you were a developer building a game, and you're at this stage of development as Queenfall is, and you're facing the challenge of financing the game any further, despite the fact how much money and time you sunk into it right now, you face a choice: kill it, or put it out and see and get people's money to continue development despite risking the bad feedback. What do you do? And try to ground your answer in reality. Think about the last time you heavily invested into something, but at the end of the day, you had to face the difficult choice, right? Like, think about the sunk fallacy a bit. Do you kill it and let go? Or do you put it out, get people's money, and fix what they point out as problems? There's only one answer there. What is it? Like, think about, again, think about from the artist perspective, from the builder perspective, right? So, yeah, just a little thought of exercise. I'd say I would put it out, despite it being really unfinished. I think so. Like, you have 10 employees as a leader of that company that's trying to make their vision, real, and they are confident about their product. It's just that they're missing money, right? And sure, you can get money from investors, or you can crowdfund the project, or you can just put it out, let people play what you've built so far, and risk getting sausages in the face, but keep the wheel turning. Yeah. You have a great example of No Man's Sky turning the table, right? I mean, it launched really badly, even though it wasn't even early access. It was literally just a full release game that was just shit, and they turned it around in 10 years. 10 fucking years. a game like this. Now think about what Quinfall needs to do. Yeah. Crazy.
Technology. And who's producing this MMO, you ask? Well, it is, of course, Variek Technology.
Why, of
Inc.,
course?
Which is based in Istanbul, Turkey.
Yes.
They opened in 2021.
Yeah.
Great year. Have a whole 6 employees.
COVID.
And I quote, intends to become one of the pioneers of the industry of advanced technologies and AI systems.
That music, oh my god.
You serious?
This game has already had a number of videos.
You see, okay, so here's my comment to that. I don't think it's naive to aim high. I really don't think that disruption on the market can only come from big boys. In fact, I believe in the exact opposite. And you can think about how banking is, especially in the UK. We have companies like Monzo or Starling Bank, N26. There are plenty like little banking apps that make big companies like HSBC or Barclays shake their trousers. They literally shit in their pants because of little Starling, a little Monzo. Because those little companies are so flexible, so pivotal, and they build the entire product around the biggest pains that market has but big boys can't solve, that they eventually gain the momentum, they gain the favor of the majority, and that's how you make a change. So I don't really hold it against the company that there are 6 people. I tend to believe in 6 people more than in 10,000 people, to be honest. Because 10,000 people has already reached a status quo. There's nothing new coming out of them. Look at Apple. And their iPhone 16e. It's a joke.
Calling it a scam, an asset flip.
Start off with the slam, which is clearly realistic effects pack 4 from crypto.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's the train. It's like 13 bucks train, there you go.
But all in all, it's just a really bad game. It's just a very shit attempt at a modern day MMO RPG, and I just would not spend any money on this whatsoever. Even if I was given it for free, I'll try and trade it in for something else.
Okay, well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he's very critical, and I understand that. I totally see that, and the game just straight up doesn't feel good. It has that potential, but can you trust them to deliver that? I don't know. It's such a huge undertaking. So I see why he's very cynical and reserved about it.
Don't believe me? I mean, the Steam population speaks for itself. I'm sure the next title we're going to look at won't be anywhere near as bad.
Oh, dude, he literally picked the worst examples. I admire that. PAX Day is another flop.
What can I say about PAX Day, which I haven't
Did you
said
guys
already?
play PAX Day?
There was a lot of hype and hope around PAX Day. It promised to be another social sandbox MMO RPG, of course with UE5, and the ability to craft your own little villages and hamlets and all that jazz. Everything was going well for PAX Day until they decided to disclose how they want to monetize the game.
The following plans for monetization is thusly: a one-off initial payment for the game, a regular fee for maintaining active player status and in-game plots, supplemented with free but limited access to discover the game, fully optional additional services added down the line, and they're also considering a WoW token or EVE Online Plex-like system. Wait, what?
That's a big mistake. Big mistake. You don't do that. No. Nope. It seems like they literally monetize everything. Well, no. I mean, it was just like, it was an announcement that they are considering. Okay, this is supposedly, it's not happening. I think, right? This video is very new, like 4 days old. So I hope that what we're looking at is somehow up to date. Ooh.
At the time, the game wasn't even in early access, so these were just ideas that were floating about, but either way, they seemed quite aggressive. However, what followed was 2 alpha tests and a rushed early access to Steam.
Yeah.
It was almost like they wanted to get the game out as quick as possible because they needed the money.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
why
likely.
else would you have 3 different tiers to choose from?
It is likely.
Early access, with one of them being over $100.
Fuck.
It's a social MMO without VoIP.
If there was any game that I could recommend that is in early access and I have thorough belief that will happen, is Ashes of Creation. I really like Steven. And maybe that's why. He's genuine. He stays in touch with community. He's been at it for 8 years now. Thoroughly devoted to the project, funding that out of his own pocket. And he is just like a good person in the market. I really believe Ashes of Creation. If there's any game I would put money in, it'd be it. And I actually did. Good game. Good game. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. PAX Day chat. PAX Day. If you want to check out what's the PAX Day like recently, Lazy Peon uploaded a video. Very painful to watch. Very painful. Yeah. Yeah, this game is far from done.
For fuck's sake. To be honest, if this game was still being developed and hadn't released, then people would probably have more faith in this title. But I think, once again, the Steam charts speak for themselves.
Yep. Although, again, they are adding the persistent servers. This will become a full-blown MMO. You will have always-on server. So I guess compounding will have its impact on the state of the game too, because once people build something, it's there forever, right? So then other players that will come in later will enjoy it as part of the landscape, and the more we build, the more we act on the world, the more shaped up and complete it looked, right? So it could be it. I don't know. We'll see.
He's already dead.
But even their promised roadmap has been slow in progress. The game released in early access in June 2024.
Okay.
And in November 2024, they're talking about such improvements to zone chat, with voice chat still only in the planning stage for this social MMO. But don't worry, they released the marketplace in December. Sorry, I mean in January. And let's not forget such innovations such as adding a compass. Jesus Christ.
Compass?
I don't realize it's in that bad of a state. I'll tell you what, if this video gets 2,069 likes, I'll do a 100-hour review.
Don't give him likes. No, don't subject him to the torture. Dude, seriously. The game is just... yeah, no.
5 MMO flop, and I really don't see it bouncing back anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, save your money, don't play.
I bought it. God damn it. Oh, big boy! Ooh, we got Brighter Shores, dude!
Brighter Shores is what some would argue
a
fuck. Spiritual successor to...
People are so mad at this game. Crazy!
RuneScape.
Yeah.
Mainly because it was created by Andrew Gower, who also made RuneScape. It is free to play on Steam and indeed in early access. Released in November 2024, it's not the most popular early access game ever made, but it certainly has some draw to it.
I don't think this game was supposed to be popular at all. That's the thing. This game is aimed in a very nerdy, niche down, RuneScape flavored market. Very tiny segment, really. I don't think it was ever supposed to be a popular game. Just like Apogea won't ever be a mass market game, right? But it's okay. That's what makes it special.
And I know what you're thinking. RuneScape, but upstate graphics, and it's free to play? That's too good to be true.
It's so dumb, it's brilliant. No! It's just dumb!
Well, technically, it's not completely free to play. There are episodes, and after episode 2, so 3 and 4, you do have to pay a subscription.
That's fine.
As I said, it is early access, so some features are...
Alright, let me see those perks. 1 second. Wait.
Such as...
Oh, I see. So they lock content behind paygate or paywall. Unique character name is one without the suffix. You cannot use a unique name someone else has. Okay. Exclusive armor, change your name. Yeah, so okay, that's a bit shitty, I guess. I don't know. I feel like the world should be open to everyone. Whether you're free or not.
A subscription. As I said, it is early access, so some features are missing, such as PvP, player-to-player trading, and the...
Be right back. Okay, Shipmaster, let me know when you're back so I can pull on your nips a bit, okay? What? I mean, just... I just meant ask about your day. Yeah, not a fan of that. Yeah, it feels weird, right? Like, you lock the game... It's almost like you could only explore Elwyn Forest on the trial account in World of Warcraft. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think one of the best trial accounts I've ever seen was Final Fantasy XIV. I still don't think it's ideal because they won't allow you to create a group unless you pay for the subscription. But at least you have, other than that, pretty much no limits. I mean, sure, you can't have a house. You can't like go for. I think you can't create a group for a raid, which goes back to creating a party. Yeah, there are some basic limitations, but other than that, you just hop in and do the fuck you want. And if you like the game, you pay. That's it. So it's quite nice actually. Hey, drink water. I don't have water. Wait 1 second. Bottle of water. Hey, dude, by the way, I had a great idea for rewards for my pierogi. It came from X, and it at least it inspired me. We will have 3 rewards, I think, 3 or whatever, that literally cost 1, so it's not expensive at all, that you can, like, click and just say, by choosing the reward that you are lurking, or you saying hi, just some kind of basic interactivity. So it's like, you click the reward and it's gonna say Ryu is lurking now. That's it. So you can like say hi without saying hi in a way. I quite like that. And then opposite for people who actually want to engage in the chat, we would have Ryu says hi, or Ryu has been, has joined, whatever. Yeah, it's very simple interaction. Very, very simple, like basic shit. And that will go with some kind of animation on the screen as well. Some kind of bubble will pop up above the chat or whatever. I'll have to design that, obviously, but it's just brewing in my head for now.
Ability to party up with other players, which really begs the question: is it a MMO or just a single-player game with a shared world where you can see other people but not really interact too much?
Yeah.
I mean, you could do text chat, but honestly, if there's no trading or fighting or partying.
Wait, did he say there's no text chat?
Game. But the big question is it going to replace old school RuneScape or even RuneScape 3?
I don't think it's ever meant to do any of that. I don't think anyone, even the owner of the game, hoped for it. He just wanted to just put out a new game. I think it's pretty much it. He's a guy who probably builds those. Like, if you are stuck with a game for 20, 30 years, it's probably your passion project from that perspective, right? So he's clearly invested into building MMOs and worlds for people in a way he likes. And this is probably just another title of his. I don't think he tried to take away the market from RuneScape or whatever deliberately.
And quite honestly, no.
No, for sure.
The Steam charts aren't too bad.
Well, that was fucking dreadful.
Okay, that's actually shocking. But they are missing a lot of basic systems, so maybe that's why people don't want to play.
Yeah. Look, honestly, straight up, I think if people don't play the game, it's because it's something inherently wrong with the game. I don't think there's like hidden vendetta that players have. Oh, we're gonna content nuke that game. We're gonna leave all the shit reviews to kill it. No one wakes up like this in the morning. No one wakes up, which game I'm gonna try to kill today? Nah, dude. You literally build a shitty game. That's all there is to it. There's no like hidden agenda, hidden shenanigans, shenanigans are hidden by definition, so anyway. It's just straight up bad game. People don't like it. That's it. Move on. Yeah.
That's not to say that's not a good game though. I did enjoy my time playing it, and it is free to play up until a point. So it's how early access in my eyes should be. It's very much seeking feedback without rinsing your pockets.
Yeah.
And if we look deep inside our hearts, I think we can honestly say this game will not save the MMO genre.
No.
But it is fun to play.
I don't know if MMO genre needs saving, to be honest. That's a very... It's a heavy topic, which I don't want to unpack right now, but the guy that created this great video, he comes from the perspective that MMO genre needs saving. I don't think so. Because this is a big statement. I don't want to unpack that now, but I will have a think and maybe we can have a discussion another time. Oh, we played this.
It's crazy to think that Pantheon Rise the Fallen was first announced on Kickstarter back in January 2014. It's taken.
By the way, this is another game that I really have huge faith in. Yeah, the developers are fucking amazing, man. I follow them around on Twitch and on X. They go live pretty much fucking daily. They upload shit daily. They communicate new armors, new feedback, new change. Like, they're so on it. It's unbelievable. They're probably more on it than Intrepid Studios on Ashes of Creation. They're really cool. They look, because of feedback and that shit, they upgraded entire game engine. They genuinely building that from the good place. They're really good people.
Over 10 years for it to reach Steam.
Although I might go on the wrong side of the fence now. Community is weird. Extremely protective. Extremely, I would say, set in a certain ways. And you can kind of judge that by watching a few streams. It's not necessarily the crowd I'm vibing with. I don't know. Maybe it's the... Yeah, I don't know what that is. It just... I don't feel it. Hence, I'm struggling to play it more. They are, like, helpful and nice, but... Maybe they're not, like... Maybe they're too serious a bit. Too intense, maybe, yeah. I mean, it's just the way it is. Like, every product has its own audience, right? And this game is generally fun to play, but community is such a big aspect of a game that it just feels bad to me, you know? Yeah, maybe they're too intense, too serious, I don't know.
It's an early access title.
Because I like to write, like, KEKW and shit in the chat. I don't feel that they match my vibe in that sense. They're too serious.
In that time, it's had its fair share of controversies and drama. And worse still, they lost Brad McQuaid in 2019, who was not only the founder of Pantheon, but he also had a lot of knowledge and wisdom behind him, as he used to be a developer on EverQuest, one of the inspirations behind this title. But despite
it's not even inspiration, it's literally one-to-one game.
Early access on Steam, and it's actually doing pretty well.
It is.
Okay, it's only 2 months in, but when you maintain your audience as opposed to...
I'm telling you, it's all thanks to the way developers stay in touch with the community. That's why the game is able to maintain the player count.
90% of it, that's a win. So what does Pantheon have to offer? Well, it's what I like to call a boomer MMO. It really is aimed at those who love the classic MMO genre. Yeah. We're talking tab targeting, class diversity.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it. I'm not a boomer, so I guess that kind of makes sense, right?
And most important, grouping up to do dungeons. Sure, it doesn't have the flashiest combat in the world, but neither does old school RuneScape. And everyone knows how nuts everyone is about that MMO. I sunk a few hours into Pantheon personally, and I actually liked it. It wasn't bad. The graphics are definitely a lot more of an advancement compared to the classic MMOs
totally good game
seen in the past. And it didn't go out its way to hold my hand. It was actually somewhat, I don't want to say difficult, because it's not like Elden Ring difficulty, but it certainly made me think, and I did die quite a few times.
Yeah.
This is definitely one to sit in Discord and play with friends. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the future update. And the great thing is, they're very open about their development. In fact, if you don't believe me, you can ask their creative director personally, who actually streams on Twitch.
Yeah, and not only he streams, he also streams through the game's he plays the game through Unity client. He loads up the game through the game development client. So this is what you see, and you see the game inner workings on the screen while he plays the game. It's so good. It's like both worlds that I love. I love seeing the complete product, but I am very curious how it works in the background, and you can enjoy both here. Really cool. Yeah, I'm telling you, they have such a great way, such a great approach to running this product. It's awesome. But again, like, they are not my crowd, I think. But if I had friends who want to play the game, I would totally go in. Yeah, 100%. It's really fun.
So Pantheon is not a scam MMO? I don't think so.
No, it's not a scam MMO.
I don't think so.
It goes without saying, but I feel like I have to say it anyway. If you don't like classic MMOs, then you're not going to like this.
Sure.
And that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I actually prefer when an MMO doesn't try to cater for everyone.
Yeah.
And Pantheon does that just perfectly.
Oh!
I played a lot of early access titles in the last year, and I have to say, Project Gorgon was a pleasant surprise.
Project Gorgon is a very unique project. I believe it's a project that was started by a husband and a wife, and I think wife passed away. I think so. I remember reading. I think it is Project Gorgon. But in any case, they just announced some kind of changes and a new patch, just like Lord of the Rings, you know, the game that is over 20 years old. They just added like support for 60-bit client and some new content, and there's really hype about that too. So, like, I'm telling you, you know how early I said about that tweet that I posted? I literally posted it. We see more of those old school inspired MMOs coming out because nothing new has worked. We're going back to the drawing board, building on the foundations gamers love. EverQuest is now Pantheon, Tibia is now Apogea, Maple Story is now Soul's Remnant, Albion is now Warborn, although Albion is a quite well-developed and active game. But just to drive a point, right? I think this is a really good direction because we are, again, starting from point one, being all that rich with experience what didn't work and what worked. Like, we're trying again. Pantheon is a click and drag for camera movement. No. Wait, camera movement. Oh, camera movement. So yes, you hold the right button of your mouse to rotate camera, but you walk with WASD.
I went in with very low expectations and came out actually wanting to play more of it. So much so that I plan on doing a full review. Just trying to find the time to juggle 20 different MMOs right now. But this title is very close to the top of my list.
I never considered playing it. It's because of probably the outdated graphics that put me off. It's... Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should try that. Not for me then, really? So what kind of controls do you like? I thought that was your vibe. Like, it literally works like in Throne and Liberty. But not the way you had fucked up from the beginning, like after I helped you fix it. Like, it literally works that way. It's like the most common way to control the character.
So who's behind Project Gorgon, you might be wondering? Well, it's Elder Game Studios, who's led by husband and wife duo Eric Heimberg and sadly the recently passed Sandra Powers.
See, I remember that.
Combined, they have experience working on such titles as Asheron's Call 1 and 2, Star Trek Online, and even EverQuest 2. The game originated as a Kickstarter, which was launched back in 2015, and hit the Steam store in March 2018 as early access.
You know what? Wait. While we watch, before I forget, let me add that to the list. I wanna see it. Project Gorgon. You have demo for free, which is good too. Okay, we have that. Add to your wish list. Okay, fine. Now I get it. I won't forget. I like movement like New World. I think that's pretty much what we have, right? Like, you hold W and then you hold right mouse click to just turn and... Yeah, I don't know. It is like a New World. I think
it's had quite the journey. So what makes it so special, you might be wondering? Well,
but you're not clicking to move. You're holding W to walk. You're not clicking. You hold. So when did I say you click to move? I said you're holding W to walk forward, and then you hold. Yeah, but you hold right click mouse, right click of the mouse, hold it to turn your character. Yeah? That's the part you don't like. Really? How New World isn't like that? So that's the camera, it moves with the mouse movement. Really? Okay. Okay, I didn't remember that. I'm so used to the other model, I don't see that an issue, like an FP. Okay, I didn't remember that.
The combat is sort of like a hybrid tab targeting action combat. I actually quite enjoyed that. There are 16 combat skills, 71 trade skills, and 11 beast skills. And you're not restricted as to what you can learn. I mean, I was running around with a rat at one point. The questing is actually quite refreshing. I'd say it's on par with old school RuneScape.
Ha! Nice. You
and
got
it's
quizzes.
Just a clever MMO. For instance, I was fighting a boss which makes your head gigantic, and in doing so, my helmet fell off. It's just those little details that you gotta love.
Okay.
And even on the tutorial island, there were hidden secrets and more than one way to actually escape it. And the community, super friendly. Sadly though, the player base doesn't reflect how great this game is. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because you can tell this is done as a passion project as opposed to something to try and rinse the community out of their money. There's also a free demo you can try before you buy, which is always a nice asset. Me personally though, I look forward to sinking more hours into this.
200 people play this?
Enjoy reviewing this title.
That's like single player. Oh, okay. I think I know where he's going to go with this is because he clearly likes he called them himself boomer MMOs. He liked Pantheon, he liked Project Gorgon. I can kind of sense what he's liking more than not. I think he's gonna go hard on National of Creation, but from the more on the suspicious perspective, from the negative perspective.
So first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Is this a true alpha, as some people put it, or is it indeed early access for...
Who decides what's alpha, what's not? That's the thing. Like, that question is just stupid.
Over $100. The answer to this will be very much dependent on how much money you probably already sunk into the game and how much of a cultist you actually are.
This is still a work in progress. Work in progress UI and art is a work in progress.
But anyway, it doesn't matter because you were able to play the game officially as of October 2024. Whether it be alpha or early access, you were able to log on, create a character, and finally get to experience the joy which is Ashes of Creation.
It's really fun.
For many weeks, people enjoyed this new, refreshing MMO, and that included myself, who got up to a few shenanigans. We've got people coming in.
Shit!
Kill him! Kill him! Fuck him up! Let's go! Let's go! Big damage! Come on, Puggle! Wait, he's not going down? Jesus! He can run! Come on, Puggle! Eat dirt! Oh no! Oh, he's a tank, right? Jeez! Oh, he dead.
Nice.
We're flagging up on
Savages.
Here I come. Here I come.
Okay.
I'm
Hey, I didn't know S-Fund played it.
Oh, they're coming for me. I'm leaving. Yeah, that 8-man group is definitely meta. They're a guild, and they...
Oh, Shobek is with them. Shobek is awesome.
Or the Alpha 1, so they know about something about that spot there.
I want to say it's a beta still now. Oh, I'm naked. Oh, look at me.
Oh shoot! Because you dropped all your gear.
I lost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, though. Wait, hold up. I want that body. Like IRL.
No.
And although there were certain bugs and obviously features missing, for the most part, it was pretty much a positive reception that this game got. Roll on December 2024, and it's now in its phase 2 version of its alpha. What this means is that you can now play for longer, and there's apparently some more features. It's also
Flash news. they are bringing out Rogue at the end of the March. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Also worth noting that Phase 1 ended in a server wipe, but they promised that Phase 2 will not have the same fate. If you believe that, then you also believe that I'm 6'8" and proper hench. Reception of Phase 2 hasn't been as good as Phase 1, and there are many reasons for this. Despite collecting quite a large amount of player data in the initial Phase 1, for some reason Intrepid still insists that it should take you a whole lifetime to get to max rank or 25, which is just a placeholder max rank. Apparently the best way to test that alpha is to make the game loop basically grinding mobs to get to max rank so that you can actually be relevant in PvP if it ever does take place. Speaking of PvP, they decided that it should be very consensual and that...
So, by the way, my problem is with Ashes of Creation is that you really need to grind, just like in Quinfall. And you need to grind with a group. Solo leveling is hard. It's doable, but it's hard. I think there's a YouTuber who accomplished all characters level 25 within 50 hours of grinding each. But that's 50 hours grinding mobs, like straight up grinding. It might maybe it doesn't feel a lot, but when you actually grind, it feels a lot. And that's my biggest problem. There are no quests yet. They're building out the quest system. But if you look at it from the perspective of what the game tries to be, I think at some point Steven said that getting to max levels should take you like 2 years. In other words, in the sandbox MMO, level is irrelevant. You are leveling by chopping down tree, cooking at the city. Like, you can level in all sorts of ways. Level isn't like requirement to do things in the game. It's like, it's almost like living IRL. You can't really level up any faster, right? It just happens, and the more you level, the more zones in real life open up in front of you, you know? When you're 18, you can do that and that. When you're 25, you can do that. When you're 40, you get your first DLC, like kidney stones, you know, that kind of shit. This game is also that kind of thing. You just go through it and you learn new stuff as you grow and as you experience more and explore more. Like, leveling is never focused in this game. But people obsess about that quite a lot. Maybe because they want to playtest all the classes, I don't know. I'm still level 12. Yeah, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. I am farming. I'm actually learning to farm and learning to cook in the game. And I'm just level 12 tank. I don't care. Like, literally, you have to change your mindset a bit when going into this game.
Any PvP which is done unconsensually, as in you're a red player who attacks someone out the blue, well, if you die, you basically lose a lot of gear and a lot of XP, and it's pretty much pointless doing so. To add to that, when you do die in PvP, you lose XP, which is great, apart from the fact that it takes you a lifetime to level up in this game.
Yeah.
So, guess what people don't want to do?
Just like in Apogea. Yeah, literally like Apogea. Same system. Exactly the same system. As long as you're enjoying the game, who cares? Exactly, yeah. It's just... I don't think people people don't find enjoyment in slow progress. They want everything now, and that's why Throne and Liberty got such a good reception at the beginning, because the game is so fast-paced, so quick, and so full of dopamine that it just got people hooked at the beginning for a couple of months, but that wore off, right? And Ashes of Creation is exactly opposite. Ashes of Creation is the same pace, consistent pace from the very beginning till the very end. There's no... It's like, have you ever been on a keto diet? And your energy level is, no matter what you do, is exactly the same. This is the Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation's keto diet of MMOs.
That's right. PvP, just in case they lose XP. During time PvP does take place as if there's an outnumbered fight going on, or if indeed you are level 25 already, because you can't go down a rank. And the fun doesn't stop there. They've implemented what is arguably one of the most boring crafting systems ever seen, and on top of that, base material, stuff that you should get at low level, is very hard to find, because for some reason they thought a limited amount of crafting nodes for low level gear would be a good idea.
Quick correction, this is no longer the case, or at least it will be no longer the case with the next update. They listened to feedback, and what they did, they fucking reworked entire resource system from ground up again. So they heard that complaint a lot, and I admit it's boring. It was even worse, so bad to the point that people would camp one particular place. Like, for example, looking at this flower, right? This is the spawn of that flower. It's always there. It's just on the clock, right? You're going to have to wait 1 hour before it reappears. And the thing is that in the game, you have different levels of quality for each resource. And it's predefined by each spawn point. So if you find a flower that is, let's say, if you find a spawn of a flower that is a legendary quality, you will always get legendary quality in that spawn point. So what people would do, they would camp it. And they would just constantly pick up legendary items. And they would fight over it, etc. And so players didn't like that, and that's just another reason why they are completely reworking that shit. Yeah, hitting max level in New World now is way too fast and easy. Doesn't feel rewarding at all. Yeah, that's the thing. They rush people to the end game that it doesn't exist. And that's the whole problem. They have to make leveling a journey, and then they have to make end game interesting and feel satisfying too. New World has so many problems.
Don't forget, this is indeed a
on the fundamental level, right?
Social MMO without VoIP. Make it make sense. There's also been a few controversies. For instance,
yeah, I watched this live
for a whole 5 minutes, and he got ganked. And the initial response to that was to turn off PvP. Although they did eventually make the starting area a non-PvP zone, which goes without saying. Why was it a PvP zone in the first place?
Yeah,
it's so dumb.
And that's what user feedback does to a game. Yeah, people complain. So developer can't see everything, right? Like they can't imagine every behavior possible from the player. So they put people in. Shit happens. They act. It's good. Like literally, no one remembers about that anyway.
Oh, and you can't PvP till level 5 now, because apparently it took Asmongold getting ganked a load of times for them to come up with that idea.
Yeah.
Genius. And as for the community, it's hard to say, because there's been quite a few people no longer covering the game because it's no longer interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing. I found that myself. Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree here. It's just, the game is just so slow paced and so reliant on other people. It's very hard to stream and make content out of. It is really, at the beginning, when you have this honeymoon, everything is new. That's great. People love that. But then, like, this phase when you're like level 5, 7, and you try to get to 25, it's just so slow, unsatisfying, and boring to watch. No one wants to stream it. No one wants to create content based off of it. The game has no longer the attention that it used to have. And I think I don't think... I'm trying to think if it's wrong. I don't think it's bad necessarily. It's just that the way the game is, you know, how some games are just not for streaming, some games are just not for content. But yeah, kind of like Quinfall. Yeah, it really is kind of like Quinfall, with the difference that Quinfall has bad combat system. It's just really boring. In here, combat is one of the best I've seen in MMOs. And that's what comes to the rescue. It's really something. Yeah. They are on the right track to make one of the best combat systems I've ever seen in MMO. They have great foundations for it.
Ash the Creation's biggest content creator had a full-on meltdown and just left the game, which
I
was
know.
pretty impressive. And actually,
that was purely emotional. That there was no substance to that reaction. Yeah, that's not that. Don't use that as the indicator for the quality of the game. That's nothing. That has nothing to it.
For a bit, which has left a huge vacuum when it comes to content for Ashes of Creation. Other than a handful of people I can recommend, Ashes of Creation's content basically revolves around reacting to reactions and re-uploading reactions.
Yeah.
It is the most boring shit I've ever seen.
Yes, it is.
Roll on Steam and Sharif doing his 100th interview for the year. And I know what you're thinking right now. What are the player numbers like? Well, it's hard to tell, but the servers, there's only a couple of them now, compared to what they originally had during Phase 1. But if we go with guild sizes, I mean, Pirate Gaming's guild has about 10,000 people alone. So, so if we use maths to work
I'm one of them.
That Pirate Gaming has taken over this server with 10,000 players, that means the total population is probably about 10,001 players.
Oh, no, I thought
I'm pretty sure in one of the interviews, Steven said that servers can handle like 6,000 players, concurrent players. But I'm not sure if that's... Yeah, I think I have a vague recollection of that.
Buy rations and I didn't. Bro, this dude is in actual Pirates 13 and wants a different group. What?
So yeah, I'm in a Pirate 49. And I joined like 4 months ago. Yeah.
So to summarize, Ash the Creation is not the savior of MMOs. It certainly isn't that much fun to play at the moment. And don't waste your money. But before the Ash the Creation hate train comes to my comment section, just remember one thing.
That's my opinion!
Did I forget anything? Was that it? Did I get everything?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I see where he's coming from. I find myself not wanting to log into the game anyway. But I don't think it's the game that's... Fuck. At the end of the day, this game might not be for a casual like me. And again, I think that's fine if the game has its own segment that it goes for. It's very group heavy. And I find myself struggling to just log in and play for a couple of hours and do something meaningful with that time. Because you have to be part of the raid that attacks caravans, or you may even want to run a caravan, but for that you need a group that can protect you. If you want dungeons, raids, even if you went for the most brain-dead grinding from level 20 to 21, you need a group. Everything that relies on the group, right? So maybe that's why I can't get to the point where I'm excited about the game, because I'm so locked in that little world for casuals within the game that comprises of pretty much nothing. I log in and all I can do is go chop tree, mine ore, fish. I know. Grow a cow. I mean, that sounds boring as I explain it, let alone play it, right? Yeah, I think they need to... okay, I don't want to say they need to. What I would like to see myself as my preference is that they focus a bit more on the solo content. Just like Ed from Apogea recognized that solo players are super important in games. Because they keep the game going. Like, groups are just like a separate content. They're a separate part to the game that can't be neglected, but it can't be the focus of it either. I think I heard 10k per server. At the moment, you need to be 150% dedicated to play this game. Even when I put in 200 hours in the game, in 1.5 months, it was still not enough for the people around me. Yes. You see, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Shipmaster is a great guy to talk to about Ashes of Creation, because he went so fucking hard on that game. I don't know anyone who has invested so much as him, honestly. Like, straight up.
So for this next segment, I just want to reel off some MMOs that I'm personally looking forward to.
Okay.
And some that I think are probably...
Shit. It's Malakia.
And I know I missed off some other early access MMOs. Such
Star
as
Citizen. Yeah.
Raven Dawn. And even Core Punk. But I just feel more comfortable talking about the ones I've just covered off.
Yeah, Core Punk I played.
Let's begin with some MMOs that are coming out in the future.
But wait, which one? Wait, did he say... Wait, did he say Raven Quest? Do we have that? Why isn't Raven Quest... Is that game out already? Or is this crypto game, or... What? Oh, maybe because it's pay to win. Why have I not played it? Why is it not on the sheet? What the fuck? Okay, I will put it up. I will investigate.
Trailers, let's go.
Okay. Yep.
I honestly don't understand the hype around Arcade 2.
Pay to win.
Considering how Arcade 1 finished,
100%.
which was, well, people stopped playing it because it was monetized to fuck and severely unbalanced.
Of course.
But hey,
it's Cacao Games. It pay to win.
Arcade 2, which by the way they've already said is going to be more like a single player game than an MMO RPG. So go figure that one out. I think they're trying to do a new world and classify themselves as a action MMO RPG, whatever that is. Either way, it's scheduled for release in 2025, and they've also changed the name to Arcade Chronicles. But yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
This one looks
Another
good,
title
but
being
pay to win.
published by Cacao Games is Chrono Odyssey, which is a next-generation action MMORPG.
So beautiful.
God, they're really throwing around that genre this year, aren't they? But apparently, you manipulate time and stuff, and it's open world, and they haven't got a release date yet, but some people speculate either this year or next. But I'm not being funny, just the fact that it's being published by Cacao Games makes me want to avoid it.
Yeah, basically. Okay.
Dune Awakening
Big dick.
is a survival MMO,
Big dick.
and it looks to be actually massive. Many people have already played the beta and said positive things about it. It is indeed a PvE and PvP game, so don't worry if you are a bit of a Care Bear, because there is a place for you in this game. Obviously, survival games aren't everyone's cup of tea, but I generally think there's a good game here. This could be contender for Game of the Year.
Yeah,
we'll soon see.
We'll see. God, yeah.
Monsters and
eyeing out
Memories
this
is
one.
a indie fancy MMORPG scheduled for early access in January 2000.
So he says release 2026. So and then he says it's early access 2026. Where is it? Yeah, I got it under copium date, so I got it right. He's got it wrong.
26. This MMO is going for the classic style, so you boomers out there will probably love it.
Yeah, dude. Another Pantheon.
It's based on the gameplay, social interaction, and sense of being in a virtual world that we loved in the classic era, early 2000s, of MMORPG.
Oh, the fat bitch.
So yes, it's a certified boomer MMO.
Yes.
But do you know what? It doesn't look too bad. I'll probably give it a
go. True. No, I'll give it a go too, sure. Oh, okay, this one.
Stars Reach is a...
So this is funny, chat. I've been invited to being the playtester for this game. Well, probably 3 months ago, or something like that. And they run playtest every week. And I never played a single one of them. So they have this weird thingy where they launch the game. The playtests are like dosed in 4-hour batches. They have those playtest windows, 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the evening. But because their time zones are just weird, I can never play them. Like literally straight up, they never played, and they never. I can never play them, and they never suggest any other time. It's either super midday when I have to work to do. I think like 11 a.m. Or it's midnight for me or some shit. It's just I can't do that. And I'm really pissed because I look forward to this game. There's crazy things you can do in this game.
Very interesting looking MMO, and it recently just got backed on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I know because I backed it myself.
Yay!
But essentially, it's No Man's Sky, but on crack and with better systems. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed. There's already been a few playtests, and you can sign up now if you go to their Discord, and they are aiming for early access in 2026. But as they say, good things come to those who wait.
Nah!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Guild Wars 3 has officially been confirmed now. It had been rumoured for some time that it was going to be on UE5, but now they've had the shareholders meeting, they can confirm it is being worked on.
It is being worked on, but it is a game... Look, it's here. It's right here. It's going to be pay to win. It just, there's no way around it, and that is such a shame. I love Guild Wars franchise. I grew up with Guild Wars 1.
But when will it be released? Well, set your alarm clocks for about 10 years from now.
Yeah, probably.
I'm being facetious. It's at least 6 years away.
Yeah.
7 years away?
Okay, this one...
And who can forget that Amazon
I'm tempted.
Working on a
Lord of the Rings. Okay, so I mean Lord of the Rings Online, that's out right there. They got new updates, patches, and content. That's what I'm tempted to play. This one I don't know much about.
MMO, after initially cancelling it, and then deciding, actually, we want to do it now.
Yeah.
I think everyone's just picturing New World, but with a Lord of the Rings skin on top of it, which honestly sounds pretty decent. So I have high hopes for this title, even though it is being made by Amazon.
I love anything Tolkien. Any time I can get in Tolkien's world, I will totally take it.
And last one to mention is the ZeniMax MMO Project Kestrel. There is no name to it, there's no IP to it.
Never heard of
Just
it.
A bunch of rumors and some job advertisement. Some
Really?
people actually think it's a
Kestrel.
Star Wars MMO, but I've already covered this off on a previous video and gone into great details. I'm just going to link it in the top right here. But essentially, it's not Star Wars. It's probably just going to be, I don't know, Starfield Online, which might be... No, it'll be trash. It'll just be trash. I'm sure the comment section is going to be a very interesting place to read, and I'm sure people will mention that I forgot games like Soulframe, Riot's MMO, and whatever else got cancelled or reactivated. But the truth be told, there's a lot of MMOs we just won't know about until they're actually announced. A lot of them are done in secret. Not everyone does open development. I will be very truthful in saying that I felt last year there's more hype for MMOs, especially with Asher Creation, PAX Day, and a few others. But in typical fashion, a lot of the games were actually disappointing or just simply didn't live up to the hype. Who could have seen that coming? And let's be realistic, the next big MMO isn't going to be one that's been announced and advertised for over the last 10 years. It's going to be something that comes out of nowhere and just hits you like a freight train. But as a whole, I do feel like the genre is in good hands just by looking at some of these promising early access MMOs. I honestly feel like the MMO industry can learn a lot from the indie devs as opposed to these AAA ones.
Perfect.
But then again, the AAA ones are still going. So maybe everyone can learn from each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
And on that bombshell, I'm going to end the video there. Let me know in the comment section if I missed any MMOs which you feel I should cover, and especially any that are in early access and I can play now. Also, I ask, if you did like the video, please leave a like, because it indicates to me that people like this slop. I mean, well-edited video. Sub for more slop, and I'll leave some more slop on the screen now that you could watch and enjoy. And a thank you to my YouTube members and Patreons.
It was a really good video.
Fund this slop.
This is the video if you guys wanna see it yourselves and like it and whatever. This is a good video. I don't think the so his summary is pretty much spot on to what I have in mind. Like the state of MMO is the same as has always have been, right? It's just that now we get more people building stuff, and that stuff just isn't good, and there's more bad shit than good shit, and that creates like what's the word? One second, let me translate it. I'm looking for a good word. I know good word. Yes. And that creates an impression that all of it is bad. And I don't think it really is. It's just a case of letting people experiment, letting people innovate, test things out, putting out and getting feedback, and just waiting for a more crystal idea of what's next. And that's really it. And we need both sides to the coin. We need indie MMOs, which are very flexible, very creative, mostly passion projects, which have an idea of the idea behind those games is literally what the dev has in mind, right? It's very close tied to dev's preferences, and that invites other like-minded people to the movement, and that's awesome, right? But then those indie MMOs, they don't have reach, they don't have budgets, they don't have marketing power that the whales have, right? So you need those too. And remember, every whale used to be a little peepee at some point too. There is a balance in nature, as always, and we need both sides to the coin, both sides to the fence. It's just that they have different roles to play in all of it. I believe if a game that is not hyped for years shows up, like Apex did back in the day, that will create enough hype just by itself. Yeah, but the hype is short-lived, right? Like, I mean, sure, there are people who play Apex, but yeah, it's just irrelevant at this point, right? And we need a game who comes out of nowhere and people actually want to play it, like Palworld. I think Palworld is a great example. It literally showed up out of nowhere, and people play it until this day. People love it until this day. Yeah, I think like they sure probably, I imagine the population of the game dropped quite a lot. I mean, just the way of things. But Look at this. Yeah. See, so when the game came out, people went crazy. But look, this is fucking awesome. We have 50k. In the video we showed, he showed the Project Gorgon having 500 players. No, 200 players. Look at this shit. This is crazy. If an MMO could do that, it would be amazing. And I learned from Apex launch is that they need new content and also waiting in the background at the very start. Yeah, this is exactly what Apogea is doing. They have so much content built up front, but they only release a bit of it. And then they release the new part in batches, but it's always ready to go. So yeah, that's a really good idea. Chat, it's so late. I need to fucking go. Like, it's been such a pleasure. I always love doing those news reviews with you. It's just going through new titles, going through reviews, going through videos, and just basically talking a lot about the games that we all love. It's always a pleasure of mine, but it's so fucking late. It's 9:20. I'm supposed to work out in 10 minutes. I don't know how that's gonna go. But I'm gonna send you to my guy Connor. Okay. Actually, no. I'm gonna send you to this guy. I like his videos. So he talks about MMOs all the fucking time. I'm gonna hang around in there while eating my first meal of the day, and then we can kind of like just chill on the Discord. So if you want to continue the conversation, if you want to talk about MMOs, hop onto my Discord, find me on YouTube, find me on X, and we'll just fuck around over there. But for now, that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for every fucking message in the chat, okay? You're awesome. Thank you, and I hope you're having a great day. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you on Saturday. And if some of you stream, I will probably pop in on your stream too. So, arigato. Matane. Ja, matane. Until the fucking next time, okay? Tsugi no raibu de aimashou. Hai! So desu ne! Kurva! Let's go! Big dick!
I need Amazon. Where's Amazon? Amazon UK.